That's right. The results might be out for this year's Spooktober visual novel jam, but I'm still on my bullshit because I've still got a few entries that I want to check out before I put October behind me. And in this case, let's do it to it. This is Confessions Amongst the Poppies by IzzyCatz. Another case, something I've seen a fair bit now. Another case of a creator, a dev team, making a smaller side story for a game jam that takes place in the universe of a larger project that is currently in development. In this case, the larger project in question is called Aldrich Academy Reservoir. And very much an academy setting, which, for the description alone, feels almost like a military academy of some sort, with the possible fantastical fantasy elements. And our titular character here gives me the impression that there's also some degree of fantasy races involved. Those look like bunny ears, which honestly, cute. But in this case, in this little side story, we're dealing with a character named Sesame, right there on a title screen. Overwhelmed by a guilty conscience, Sesame considers confessing their lies, only to be interrupted by a seemingly familiar foe. So, Sesame's regrets. Let us begin. When I was little, my brother told me, in every loss there are lessons to be learned. Oh, every scraped knee, bruised cheek, and broken bone, we still move towards an ultimate goal. The Joestar family technique. Running away from danger. Without loss, without pain, we never make the choices that help us grow. Yeah, the titular character is definitely, the title screen character, Sesame, is definitely Bunny. Penumbra! Oh, friends with kitties? My brother wasn't wrong, at least not in my experience. But I do wish my broken bones led to a life where I wasn't afraid to say 3 simple words. Entering the hallway to Nora's dormitory, I noticed a crumpled sheet of paper outside her door. Thinking nothing of it, I bend over and pick it up. Whenever a satchel appears on the bottom left corner of the screen, you've entered point-and-click mode. In this mode, you can interact with specific objects around the screen. Finding these objects will progress the story forward. Okay, so we got a cute little highlight there. Satchel. Oh, we can open our inventory here. Yoink. It makes sense that this is the same engine that Aldrich Academy uses, because that game has a murder mystery element to it. So, would be some degree of investigation involved. So,
closing tonight.
Ooh. Do I have the? Why does this keep resetting itself?
Meet me at the cafeteria.
Let's see this here.
It's imperative that you come alone.
Oh?
Coco.
My heart sinks into my stomach as intrusive thoughts crowd my mind. Why does Coco need to meet Nora alone? What does she know? Is this about me? Countless doomsday scenarios play out in my head. No, that's not right. Coco wouldn't need a note to tell Nora my secret. They're roommates after all. They live in the same space. Why would Coco leave a note here? Why not hand it to her? Or leave it on her desk? Is this a test? Was I meant to find it? That's a familiar thought cycle. Not in the content per se, but in the overthinking spiral. I take a deep breath to abate the brewing storm inside my mind. Knowing there isn't anything I can do about it, I knock twice on the door, instinctively hiding the letter behind my back.
Coming!
As guilt drags my eyes to the carpet, Nora swings open the door with gleeful enthusiasm. Oh!
You're late.
Sorry, I was a bit distracted.
Don't worry about it. I'm still making tweaks to my costume. Are you excited for the dance?
Yeah, I've never...
Oh. Your costume is a sheep. Listen, I'm just realizing that. Words elude me as I raise my chin. Nora looks adorable. I managed to string together incoherent sounds that mimic language, but not much else. The dress she's wearing is antithesis to her usual style. While it remains true to her modesty and elegance, she always wears bright colors at the weekends. It was startling to see such a drastic change.
Is something wrong?
Nora pauses mid-sentence. Her face reddens as she clues into my hesitation. With both hands clasped behind her back, she sways in place, waiting for my answer.
Well... What was your question?
No, oh. There's a moment where her eyes look away, searching around us, cautiously seeking prying eyes. When she deems it safe, she parts her lips, wetting them. Without warning, she leans in toward me with a knowing smile. Right before our lips could touch, she cocks her head to the side and whispers into my ear instead.
How do I look?
Oh. The cadence of her voice disarms me, turning my face into a raging inferno. It's strange. The way Nora is acting is more common to Coco's usual antics. It's as though wearing the costume unburdens her mind, allowing her to act uninhibited.
I don't think that was the question.
I think you have your answer based on Sesame's reaction. She pulls away, giggling playfully.
It is now, though. And it's rude to keep a girl waiting. I'll start. I think you're a very dashing sheep.
Oh.
Your turn.
A squeak I've never heard before escapes my lips. My mind empties once more, causing me to say the first thoughts that come to my mind.
In my homeland, sheep are vicious creatures that travel in herds and devour entire crops overnight.
What I'm saying is that I'm very fierce. Fear me.
They're not very dashing.
Nora squints at me, unsure how to respond.
Not to pry, but... Is something else on your mind? You seem a bit more unusual than usual.
I bow my head apologetically.
Sorry, let me restart. I'm a bit nervous. Your costume is very cute. You look incredible, Nora.
Incredible? Thank you. That's more like it. You were a bit slow on the uptake, but I'll forgive you this time.
I'll try to be better.
I had to reboot there. Let's be real.
Don't worry about it. You're incredible too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, I poured my heart and soul into this outfit. Spent the last 3 weeks studying every Wave Ranger Malice comic ever published to make an accurate replica.
Oh.
Not to mention that I hand-stitched everything in 3 nights.
Oh, wow. That's an impressive bit of work.
Ugh.
Oh, shh.
My hands are killing me.
You must really like the character?
Wave Ranger Malice has a special place in my heart. The print run was small and Malice was incredibly unpopular, but the artist was inspired by my mother when she was young.
Oh, wow.
Mom had this phase. Anyways, I even commissioned a wig to match.
Wig?
Nora grabs her head, whines, then dashes back into her room.
1 sec.
Ooh. She returns a moment later with a long red wig. Oh,
What'd you think?
that's pretty.
Very cute.
That's better. Keep the compliments coming.
I swallow hard, trying to bury the note in my thoughts. I even considered slipping it into my pocket, but I've already lied enough. Crumpling the letter a little more than necessary, I hand it over reluctantly.
Before I forget, this was outside your door.
Nora rolls her eyes.
Jeez. What is it this time? It better not be another love letter to Coco. The whole school needs a cold shower.
I think it's for you.
You read it?
A love letter? For me? I'm so excited!
Ironically, I think it's from Coco.
Not
Oh. I can examine you. I can't examine you, so I gotta... Note. Obtain. Place. Heading over the crumpled note, Nora begins to read it aloud.
I'm closing tonight. Meet me at the cafeteria. It's imperative. Imperative.
Imperative? The word imperative sticks to her tongue like a bad taste. She looks upset. She lips imperative 3 more times before shivering uncontrollably.
What's wrong?
Imperative is a reverse word.
Eh?
Reverse word?
It's embarrassing, but when Coco and I were little, we wrote our own secret code.
Oh?
It had specific words that, when written in a sentence, would tell us to do the opposite of the intended meaning. Long story short,
Stay away from the cafeteria.
Scott found our letters and thought there were spies in the castle. It nearly started a war.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Indeed.
Yeah. It was during a complicated negotiation, and, anyways. After I confessed to my father that Coco and I wrote the letters, he made us promise to never use reverse words again.
So why is she doing it now?
Unless it was an emergency.
Oh. That's concerning. What does the letter really say?
I'm closing tonight. Come to Love Bunny. Bring sesame.
The cafe?
Oh, yeah?
I understand that come alone turns into bring sesame, but didn't the message say cafeteria?
That was also code.
Reverse code for the place that actually serves good food?
There's only one place on campus that uses the accented E, and it isn't the cafeteria.
Ah.
Love Bunny Cafe.
Yup.
Nora nods excitedly. I'm ashamed that I almost didn't give her the note. What's wrong with me?
I can't believe you wrote your own code.
Wasn't much else to do in the castle, sadly. Anyways, we should meet Coco at the cafe. While I doubt it's that serious, she wouldn't break a promise with my father unless it was...
Imperative?
talk.
The whole slightly enlarging sprite thing is noticing that. You've probably noticed it too. It feels like it's meant to be sort of when a character is actively in conversation, they sort of zoom in a little on them. It might be more noticeable as to the true benefit of that when we have like more than 2 characters in a scene.
Sesame?
Searching over my shoulder towards Nora's voice, I've noticed that she's lagging behind.
Is something wrong?
No. It's nothing.
As our eyes meet, Nora winces, crossing her arms and looking away. Isn't nothing. It never is. Nora is an honest person. She can't lie to save her life. She's trying to tell me something. Does she already know? Is she angry at me?
Is this about me? Did I do something wrong?
Nora dramatically drops her arms to the side in protest.
No, you didn't do anything wrong.
She shifts her weight from one leg to the other, clasping her hands together.
It's not your fault.
Hmm?
It's that place.
Oh? Notice tears welling in the corner of her eyes. What did she mean, that place? Was she talking about the library? Thinking about it, I haven't seen her there in a while. Last time would have been about 6 months ago, during the incident. Unsure what to do or say, I hastily put together an excuse to give Nora space.
Why don't you wait here?
Hmm?
It'll barely take me a minute to hop inside and drag Coco out by the ears.
Nora shakes her head.
I'm going with you. I need to do this.
She walks toward the library with hesitation in each step.
Nora, you don't need to do anything. You had a traumatic experience here. Honestly, Coco should know better.
She doesn't know at all.
You didn't tell her?
Nora shakes her head, rolling her eyes and sighing angrily.
How do you suppose I do that? Hey, Coco, funny story. 6 months ago, I was trapped in the time loop with Sesame.
Oh.
Best part, I watched you die in the library more times than I can count.
Oh.
Can we not hang out there anymore? Okay, thanks, bye.
I bow my head apologetically once more. This is slowly becoming a permanent state.
I'm sorry. You're right. I was being insensitive.
Nora throws out her hands in protest, waving them side to side.
No. I'm sorry. It's... Whenever I tried to tell her about the loop, she'd die.
And I don't want to invoke that karma once again.
I was scared it'd start again.
Nora, stay here. Let me do this.
I appreciate your concern, Sesame, but I'm coming with you.
All right, I won't argue. Remember, you can leave at any time, and I'll be right beside you.
Actually, can you do me a favor?
Of course, anything.
Can I hold your hand at least until we're inside? I promise it isn't romantic or anything.
Not there's anything wrong with
It's
that.
not like we're dating.
I mean, her face turns flush. It's moments like these I know that my feelings aren't one way, but I've been lying this whole time. How could she ever trust me? It's 6 months to tell her the truth, but I haven't.
Fine.
Trying to make my own feelings less obvious, I offer my hand reluctantly after pretending to think about it.
Thank you.
So the incident in question is probably the events of Aldrich Academy. Or something related. Or something related.
In
That's-
case you need to hear it, she isn't there. Is that where she died in the loop?
No, or not.
Yeah. She'd always be lying there in the water, motionless. I stopped coming to the library because I'd still see her there sometimes.
Understandable. There isn't much I can say. While I can relate to her loss, I don't know her pain or how it affects her. I worry that my words would only cheapen or discount her feelings. And that's something we don't see often either, the after effects of being a part of a time loop story like that. I swallow my urge to relate through my own personal loss, and decide to stay silent, softly massaging the top of her hand with my thumb. As her body relaxes, she releases my hand while looking down at me affectionately. The way her eyes meet mine are too kind. A liar like me doesn't deserve it.
Thank you for listening.
Anytime.
We both shift in place awkwardly.
Where is she?
I assume she's in the cafe.
Right. That is what the note said.
Nora looks over her shoulder toward the library one last time before we enter the cafe. Cafe? The moment we enter the cafe, Nora turns back toward the library.
Well, she isn't here. We can't say we didn't try. Let's head back.
So she looks over her shoulder toward me. I understand her anxiety. That wasn't the case at all. There was something wrong with this picture. The coffee machine was still brewing and the lights were left on. Coco takes any task, even menial ones, seriously. She'd never make a careless mistake like that.
Doubtful. The lights are still on, and the coffee machine is brewing.
Oh,
Nora pouts, turning back towards the cafe with a defeated look.
you would notice that.
I'll check behind the counter. You keep watch.
Okay.
Hopping over the counter, my foot catches something as I land. Looking down, I see a wire going taut against my... Oh no. Could I be so careless? Lights shut off. Everything turns pitch black. Oh boy! Without hesitation and on instincts alone, I spring into action, hopping back across the counter and landing where I saw Nora last.
Stay behind me.
Extending my arms, I make my body as large as possible, attempting to grab or block anything, trying to move past me. Eh? As lights turn back on, a cloaked figure stands at the doorway. This seems awfully contrived. Childish, even. Were this a legitimate assassination attempt, the tripwire would have triggered an explosive. Were this a kidnapping, they'd have grabbed her while I was blind. This trap is intended solely for intimidation. Is it a Halloween prank? Is Coco behind it?
Who are you? Where's Coco?
Nora collapses to her knees, burying her face into her palms.
Oh, no.
This is a bad place for a prank.
I knew it wasn't over.
Say something. I'm giving you 3 seconds to reply. 3, 2.
These horns are not just for show, you know. The cloak collapsed to the ground, falling up into a pool of loose fabric. It was empty, as I thought. The wire as I snagged with my foot must have triggered the lights and dropped the cloak from above us. Knowing the danger was over, I quickly turned to Nora and placed a hand on her shoulder.
It's okay. We're safe. I think it was a prank.
I think Nora is actually the main character of Aldrich Academy. And Sesame is sort of the deuteragonist of the story.
What? A prank? Who would do that?
I'll give you one guess. You can come out now, Coco.
Oh, hello there.
Coco?
What did you think? Spooky, right?
Poor taste.
You should have seen your faces. Sesame was so cute. Stay behind me!
Tears welling in Nora's eyes break loose, trailing down her cheeks like a torrential downpour.
You bat!
Okay. Nora stands, then storms out of the cafe, stomping with each step.
Saw that coming.
Nora, wait! I thought you'd think it was funny.
Although, to be fair, if she wasn't aware of everything that Nora and Sesame went through, then yeah, she probably would think it was funny.
You should go after her.
Coco nods and gives chase. Storming throughout the library, Nora reaches the entrance, with Coco in tow. I stay back a bit, trying not to get in their way.
Please, I was only trying to help.
Trying to help? Tell me, Coco, how are you helping?
Okay, this is what I thought that effect was, the slightly zoomed in sprite. It's actively talking.
I can't say in present company.
Oh, I knew it! You're meddling again, aren't you?
Only a little.
You know what? I'm not talking to you right now. I have nothing nice to say.
Fair enough. Nora pulls on the door handle, expecting it to swing open. Instead, she's met with the rattling lock.
Coco! Open this door immediately.
Right away.
Coco tries the handle, pulling it with all her strength, but the door doesn't budge.
I know what you're thinking.
Open the door, Lieutenant Mitchells. That's an order.
Ooh. Full name. Never a good sign. With the uttering of rank, she stands at attention.
I didn't lock it, Your Highness.
You expect me to believe that?
I swear it on my life. I only set up the cafe.
Nora takes both of Coco's hands, looking her directly in the eyes.
We can't lie when we're like this, right?
Yes, Your Highness.
Did you lock the door or otherwise have it locked?
No, Your Highness.
Nora releases Coco's hands and sighs, shrugging her shoulders.
She's telling the truth.
My curiosity overwhelms me. Pressing my ear to the door, I try the handle. Notice a strange vibration in the wood. The door isn't locked naturally, so it isn't possible to pick as I had hoped. There's likely something keeping the door sealed from the other side.
I suspect it's been chained.
What? Who would do that?
Let's not lose our heads. Maybe Rojas locked up while we were in the cafe. She's probably at the Halloween party.
I doubt it. The library is always open. Even the restricted section only has warnings about the writer's prejudices and beliefs. Nothing is banned. She's not the type to chain the doors.
What do we do?
Well, maybe Rojas is still in the library. We should probably look around.
Right. I'll stay here.
Why?
I don't want to be here.
Someone needs to watch the door.
Good call.
It's possible that whoever locked it will come back after realizing their mistake.
Right. They'll definitely come back.
Okay. I suppose that makes sense.
Nora mouths the words "thank you" to me.
Alright, that's settled. Makoto and I will search the library for Rojas, while Nora stays behind to watch the door.
Okay.
Got it.
Oh, Nora.
Yeah?
Shout, and I'll come running.
Her face suddenly resembles a tomato, turning bright red. She looks away while nodding her head. Cute.
Hey.
Oh. Alright, let's go. Adventure time. But when we exit earshot, Coco flashes a coy, mischievous smile.
Are you kidding me?
She nudges me with her elbow.
Shout and I'll come running.
What about it?
Nothing. I didn't think you had it in you. That was really smooth.
It wasn't smooth. I was being honest.
Her grin worsens into something I couldn't describe in polite conversation.
I believe you, tough guy.
Her elbow digs at my side once more.
Can you take this seriously?
Coco giggles childishly. She takes my hands into hers, squeezing tightly and turning me toward her.
I am taking it seriously. Nora likes you. And you like her too, right?
As I open my mouth to argue, a welcoming scent overwhelms my senses. It's as though we were back home, standing in the fields during harvest, without a care in the world. The honest answer escapes my lips before I even know it.
Yes.
I knew it. Why haven't you said anything? You know she can't ask you, right? She's literally the queen of Waterstrat.
That's a difficult position to be in.
She's worried that'd give her undue power over you. You're the one who needs to initiate.
Oh-ho.
It's not that I don't want...
I pull my hands away, burying my face in my palms.
Why are you like this?
Relax.
Coco places her hands on my shoulders, her thumbs massaging circles into my neck.
I suspect this is all part of the plan. When Rojas and I talked about.
Excuse me?
Oh no.
Whoops.
Coco pulls back her hands. I said too much.
You two set this up, didn't you? It wasn't you who locked the door. It was Rojas.
No, that's not true. We weren't supposed to get locked in.
Seriously? You expect me to believe that? Ugh! Why is this so important to you? Why are you meddling in our relationship?
I only meddle because you two are being too stubborn. You're meant for each other. It's completely obvious.
I could say the same about you.
What?
I'm not an idiot. I've seen the way you look at her. You've been stubborn far longer than I have.
That's not... Okay. Maybe it is. You're right. Okay.
Coco swallows hard.
I've never told anyone this before, but... I'm in love with Nora.
I knew it. Why haven't you told her?
It's because... I'm in love with you two.
Oh?
What?
What?
You? Me? No, that's not...
Are you joking or are you serious?
That's the problem. I can't trust my own feelings.
Why not?
I could never tell the difference between romantic feelings and friendship feelings.
Okay.
They're all the same to me. I'm always afraid that my feelings are wrong.
And honestly, it's a relatable feeling.
That I'll hurt someone. My feelings are so strong that I always end up dating my friends. It's why I'm polyamorous. Everyone is so unique and beautiful. It's so hard to tell.
That doesn't sound easy.
That's the thing. I know it isn't easy for you too. I know you have secrets. I'm a succubus. I can sense these things.
A succubus? Is that why I told you the truth? I've heard stories that succubi can extract information from people.
What? Those stories,
Well, if I did make you tell the truth, that wasn't intentional.
When you asked me about Nora, did you do something?
Yes. We were holding hands. When a person attracted to women makes direct contact with a succubus, both parties lose the ability to lie. It's an evolutionary trait that allows us to create an open, consensual experience. I'm sorry I used it against you. I wanted you to be honest with yourself.
And coincidentally, that made you be honest with yourself, too.
Which in the end...
I mean, don't worry about it. I've lied enough. I deserve it.
Reach toward her hands, holding mine out to take. She takes them without hesitation.
Please make me tell the truth.
In this case, I shouldn't do it. The secret you want to tell Nora should be revealed by choice. Not like this.
Oh?
Trivial things like asking about a crush is one thing. Forcing you to expose everything. That's not right.
She squeezes my hands reassuringly.
That's your decision, and only you can make it.
She tries to pull her hands away. Anger and frustration wash over me. Quickly react to keep her hands in place.
While we're discussing crushes...
Oh?
You dodged my question. Quite expertly, I'll admit.
Which question?
You explained why you don't trust your feelings, but... That's never stopped you before, has it? You always try, because deep down, you're desperate to find something different. You think you're broken. You're not. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Everyone experiences love and friendship differently.
Oh.
But that doesn't stop you from trying to feel something different. That's what drives you. Right? You're desperate to know if a difference exists between those two feelings. Why haven't you tried?
Fear?
I'm a royal companion.
Oh?
The what?
The what?
The royal companion. Do you know what that means?
No. I'm regrettably not familiar with Waterstrat's traditions.
If I had to take a stab in the dark, it's a...
When a royal is born without a sibling, a child is selected to act as such. We're raised together so she can refine her social skills early. Due to our station, we'd never be able to be together. We're practically siblings.
Seriously? You're still dodging the question. Is this connection not working? I thought we couldn't lie.
It's not lying.
You're not siblings. I
tighten my grip on Coco's hands.
You're not siblings. That's an excuse. What are you hiding?
Eh? Tears trickle down Coco's cheeks. She bites her bottom lip angrily, trying to hold back her words.
What if she says no?
And that changes things. I blink. That isn't the answer I was expecting.
Coco.
What would I do then? I would die.
Oh, what? Door behind Coco swings open with purpose, striking the wall and revealing a shadowy abyss. Wait, what? Wait, what? Instinctively, I swipe towards Coco's arm to pull her away, but only my fingertips reach her before she's dragged into the darkness by a mysterious hand.
Coco!
Wait, excuse me? The door shuts behind her. I try ramming it with my shoulder. I strike it 3 more times when suddenly everything goes dark. What?
They've been gone for a while. I hope they're okay. Maybe I should...
Yeah.
Where am I? Ugh.
Head is throbbing. I think something hit me. It takes a moment to see past the pain, but as my eyes adapt to the night, I realize where I am. I'm back at All That Ails You, the cafe where everything started. How is this possible? Mistress told me that I couldn't come back. Not alive, anyways. All That Ails You exists between worlds, a purgatory of sorts. Respite for those who are lost and forgotten. I did? Has Mistress summoned me? Should look around. Oh. Isn't much to see here. Tried the door and as expected it wouldn't budge. The strange device attached to the handle, likely a lock. Not like any I've ever seen before. It doesn't even have a keyhole.
What might you be?
Incorrect password.
You can talk?
Invalid sequence length.
Wait, that was different, right? It said something about a password, then something else about a sequence length.
Curious.
Invalid sequence length.
Am I really that lucky? Is the password 4 words? Repeat my earlier query.
What might you be?
Incorrect password.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Password is 4 words. Anything else returns an invalid length. Okay. I remember this. It belonged to him. When I first arrived at All That Ails You, this knife was a burden to me. Each time I used it to solve something, my progress slowed. I think Mistress was trying to teach me a lesson about restraint. Once my memories returned, I thought I didn't need it anymore. I somehow believed that leaving it behind would help me move past his loss. Instead, it did the opposite. I felt further away from him than ever before. Confessions Amongst the Poppies. Oh, title drop. The title's a little contrived for Mistress, but perfect for Ronin. Subtlety has never been his strength. No matter who the mastermind is, it doesn't change my circumstances. I'm still trapped between worlds. Skimming through the pages, the novel appears to be a war drama set in another world. It centers around a soldier in a terrible conflict that encompassed their entire population. At the beginning of the story, the soldier is wounded in a field of poppies. He's dragged by medics into a nearby city where a young woman cares for him. The two fall in love, and after countless adversities that change their lives, they live happily ever after. While I understood the meaning behind this story, I'm not suddenly enlightened. Looking at the book, I noticed the back cover doesn't lay flat. There's an indent in the pages near the back. Opening it once more, I noticed damage at the bottom right corner. The end paper was lifted at one time, then restored with glue. Looks like there's something hidden under the end paper. Could use the knife to loosen the end paper on the book. Yoink. As I peel back the end paper, a key drops into my hand. There wasn't a keyhole on the lock, but I suspect it's symbolic. Upon further inspection, I noticed there's something inscribed on the shank.
My name is...
Oh? It's what I expected. I was right. This is about my lies. Why? Mistress told me that he was Nora's soulmate. Mistress told me that the easiest way to earn Nora's trust was to be him. Oh. Am I being punished for doing what I was told? At least I know the password. I should use it on the lock and get out of here. I'm not going to talk about the big whatever that is on the bed. Approaching the door, I take the lock into my hand, squeezing tightly.
My name is... Sesame.
Incorrect password.
She's not here. She can't hear me. Why am I still lying?
I know! Alright, just open!
Invalid sequence length.
Shut up! I know I'm not him! Sesame wasn't a coward!
Oh?
Sesame wouldn't hide the truth! Sesame was my everything!
Oh.
People needed him! I needed him!
Is that the he with the knife?
Why'd he have to die?
Invalid sequence length.
Why wasn't it me?
Incorrect password.
This has never been about my identity or who I was pretending to be. This has always been about Sesame. Next month when I turn 20, I'll be the same age that he was. With each passing second afterwards, I will have lived a moment longer than he ever had the chance. I will be able to attend school, meet new people, laugh, and love. I feel guilty every single day that I'm the one who lived. I have to ask myself, though, am I really honoring his memory? He gave his life so I could live mine. Mistress was right. I needed the mask before. Wasn't ready to run on my own. Walking in his shoes these last 6 months, though, has given me the strength to fly. I love you, Sesame. You were the best big brother in the world.
My name is Poppy.
Oh!
Password accepted.
As her eyes open, Nora searches her surroundings anxiously. She's standing in her bedroom alone, much like that night 6 months ago.
No. This can't be. This must be a mistake.
Nora runs to her desk, grabbing an open newspaper. Checking the top corner, she locates the date.
October 31st.
Her entire body language shifts as an uneasy chuckle escapes her lips.
Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sent back. What happened? Why am I here? I was in the library when I heard the door!
Door? Oh, we still have a knife in our inventory. Nora crosses the room to her door. She tries the handle, but it doesn't budge.
Why is everything locked?
Invalid sequence length.
Who said that?
Incorrect password.
Oh, her password is 3 words. Following the sound of the doorknob, Nora bends down, inspecting the strange device attached to it. This is one way to get people to say the truth that's on their mind.
What is this? Some sort of lock?
Invalid sequence length.
Voice activated? That's neat.
Invalid sequence length.
Tapping the device twice, Nora shrugs and then stands up. She scans her bedroom while thinking out loud.
The lock is password protected and isn't hidden. That's intentional, not accidental.
Invalid sequence length.
Any kidnapper worth their salt wouldn't give their victims a chance to escape. They're likely trying to send a message.
Hello, Nora. I want to play a game.
Invalid sequence length.
Can you mute?
Incorrect
Password accepted. Click. Nora winces, annoyed.
That's getting old real quick.
Invalid sequence length.
She turns back toward the lock quickly.
It changed what it said.
Invalid sequence length.
Coolest kidnapping ever.
Incorrect password.
I knew it. It's a 3-word password. I'm so smart.
Invalid sequence length.
Oh, shush you.
I like her. Let's figure out what your password is. We have one thing we can examine. Noticing the lantern, Nora walks over to it and picks it up.
This isn't ours. I'd remember owning a kick-ass lantern. It'd be perfect with my costume.
Yeah, fair. Checking it over, she inspects it top to bottom. On the base, she discovers a written inscription carved into it.
Poppy Fields. That's Sesame's surname, isn't it? This belongs
Oh.
to him.
Gripping the lantern tightly, she stares at the inscription with concern.
Is this a message? Have they taken Sesame?
Invalid sequence length.
Shut up!
Yeah.
Why is this happening? Why do you keep taking people from me?
Invalid sequence length.
Nora's expression turns cold. Her eyes narrow toward the lock.
I'll make them pay.
I'll destroy anyone who threatens my friends.
Ooh. Surging with energy, the green of her eyes is devoured by a raging flame, turning each iris shades of red and orange.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Ooh. Get him, girl. Holding her palm toward the door, sparks arc between Nora's fingertips. Taking a step back, she unintentionally bumps into her desk. As she does, a picture frame knocks over, the glass shattering against the hardwood floors. Swinging her arms around to face the threat, Nora's eyes pinpoint the sound. She blinks twice. The sparks vanish, and her irises return to their natural emerald green.
Oh no!
Kneeling, Nora picks up the broken frame, staring at it wistfully.
Oh, good. I was worried that I damaged the photograph.
Look at this photograph.
That day was wild.
Every time I do it makes me
Coco's
laugh.
birthday and Dad snuck us out to the ocean. She didn't know she could manipulate currents that way, so after I started a splash fight, she unintentionally ended it.
Slam dunked. Massive wave.
Coco summoned a wave taller than both of us, sweeping us onto shore.
Oh.
The camera was damaged, our lunch was ruined. It could have been super ugly. We were lucky. To our surprise, Dad took us into the city afterwards. That was the first and only time we ate at a restaurant like a normal family.
Oh.
Dad ate pizza with a fork and knife, but
Normal family.
it was nice.
Nora carefully places the photograph back on her desk. As she does, something underneath her bed catches her attention. Oh? Nora's eyes grow wide as she carefully pulls a saber out from underneath the bed.
Dad's saber.
How do you get here? He always told me that when I was ready, I'd inherit you.
Are you ready?
That when I took his chair, we'd be partners forever. Is that what's happening? Hang on. I've never seen this inscription before.
To my beloved conflagration.
Ah!
Nora,
Oh.
That voice. Daddy?
you are not alone.
Not alone? What am I doing?
Nora stands while gripping the scabbard tightly, attaching the belt to her side. She confidently pumps her arms while looking at the door expectantly.
Sesame and Coco could be in danger! Stupid door! Open!
Invalid sequence length.
I'll turn you to ash!
Invalid sequence length.
Looking back at the picture frame. It's about to be a picture frame if this door lock keeps going. Down to the lantern, then back to her saber. She sighs deeply and proclaims with confidence.
I'm not alone.
Password accepted.
Aha!
What the?
Oh, hi, Coco.
Why am I back here? This wasn't part of the plan, Professor.
What plan? That was a train wreck at best.
Shut up. It wasn't that bad.
You can hear me?
Yes?
Incredible. Not a moment to spare either.
Hold on. Where are you?
Uh-oh?
Look down. I'm on the table.
Are you okay?
Why does it sound like you're inside my head?
There's no time to explain. We're in danger.
Oh?
We're not in anything until I at least have a name.
While I'm uncertain this will mean anything to you, there was a time when people called me Reservoir.
The subtitle of the first game of the Aldrich Academy. Reservoir.
Reservoir? As in the custodian reservoir?
Custodian. That's an apt description. Regardless, I cannot stress how little time we have.
You keep saying that. Where's the fire?
Through that door. Don't even think about leaving me behind.
Wait, really? Fire behind the door? What? Picking up the strange water sprite, Makoto rushes to the door, pulling on the handle. It's a heavy rattle as metal strikes wood, pulling the door taut.
What the? Why is this one locked too? What have you got us into?
How is this my fault? You're the one who walked into an illusion.
Illusion?
It's strange. It smells like a harbinger, but it's unnatural, even by their standards. They'd never let this thing into a hive.
Oh?
Though, that wouldn't stop it from making its own.
Whoa, back up. Harbingers? Hives? Why the hell didn't you lead with that?
What'd you think I meant when I said danger?
I don't know. Don't you think harbingers are a little more important than introductions?
Yeah, fair.
The hell are you thinking?
You're the one who asked for my name.
Also fair.
And besides, a proper lady should never use expletives.
Hell is an expletive to you? What are you, 12?
13.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Mm.
Buckle up, kiddo. You're in for a ride. Swearing is caring.
I could use that one
Guys.
sometime.
What are you? The courtesan?
I wish. Mom wouldn't willingly give that position up.
Oh,
Mom? Why'd I even ask? The smell is getting worse. We're definitely dealing with a queen.
Crackers.
And after all that, she's
Crackers.
Thank you.
Whatever. Have any other ideas?
Yes, but you definitely won't like it.
Okay. But stepping through the open doorway, I find myself back at Aldrich Academy. First time relieved, my solace quickly turns into anxiety as I notice an unfamiliar person standing before me. I'm dressed in a pristine white suit, their faces hidden behind a mask that resembles the carapace of a beetle.
Who are you?
Our name changed
What do
officially.
you want?
We've admitted it. A painful ringing pierces my ears as the creature speaks. Your power doesn't belong to you. The ringing stops.
Your power. It doesn't belong to you.
That language. You're not from here, are you?
Neither are you, little rabbit. They're coming.
The library door slams open with a loud thud. Scanning over my shoulder, I see Nora standing in the doorway.
Nora!
Sesame!
Rushing to my side, Nora embraces me tightly. Leaning over, she buries her head into my shoulder.
I'm happy to see you unharmed, but we're not alone.
Checking over her shoulder, Nora nods. She looks back at me once more before wiping away tears from her eyes. Puffing out her chest, she turns toward the person with confidence in her stance.
I am Queen Noretta II of Waterstrad.
Who are you? What do you want?
I already tried that.
It's nearly time.
Cryptic?
Yeah.
That's more than I got.
The creature's tendrils continue to spread, whipping past us and attaching to the nearby wall. Oh, that's concerning.
Ugh, gross! What are these things?
That's very concerning.
They're nerves. I've seen them before. Harbinger queens spread their influence through tendrils like these.
Harbingers?
They look somewhat human.
The Harbinger queens often do. They instinctively reclaim their humanity. Some even attempt to reintegrate with society, while slowly devouring or infecting the population.
How do you know all this?
I'm in different courses.
Oh?
Why don't they teach us this too?
Fear. Doubt. A person is brave. A population is only as strong as its weakest members. From one queen to another. Are you afraid, Noretta of Waterstrad?
I'm not afraid!
My sentiments exactly. While you stand there defiantly, not many would. No matter. You will combine with the hive soon enough.
Oh, that's concerning.
Hive? But we're...
Nora looks over at me expectantly.
It's a common misconception that a hive is made inside tunnels or caves. The reality is that the tunnels and caves are the hive. They're made by these tendrils.
What does that even mean?
A putrid scent reaches my nostrils.
It's trying to turn the academy into a hive.
Coco! You're safe!
Nora dashes toward Coco, who is standing in the doorway.
You're safe!
Oops, sorry. With her arms open to embrace her, Nora suddenly stops in her tracks, deciding to instead plug her nose.
Ugh. You stink. What happened? Why do you smell so bad?
Don't ask.
That bad, huh?
Strange. As I watched Coco and Nora's exchange, I noticed the Harbinger patiently waiting. While Harbinger queens are very often strategic and highly intelligent, they're not known for their patience.
Nora, you should stay back. There's something wrong with this. I'm worried it's a trap.
This is my battle, too.
They've been waiting patiently this entire time. Isn't that the slightest bit strange to you?
Do you trust me, Sesame?
Implicitly.
I'm not alone.
though there's a determined look in her eyes. I've never seen her look at me like that before. As though she knows something that I don't.
I'm ready when you are.
Same.
Nora steps forward towards the figure.
Thank you for your patience. We're ready to fight you now.
As you wish.
Oh no. Oh boy. I've never been one to sit still. I need to make my move. I was trained to kill harbingers, but nothing like this. A queen isn't something you can prepare for. My superiors always told me that we need numbers to take down a queen. You can't take it down alone. Given our chances of escape, I'm hoping that number is 3. As I dash toward the creature, it forces me to parry its tendrils as quickly as it can create them. It's nearly impossible to bridge the gap. I'm barely moving an inch with each passing moment. My mind casts back to watching Sesame fight when we were growing up. His stance was awful and unruly, but he always managed to find a way. Tightening my grip on Sesame's knife, I flip it upside down, dropping into a lower stance. It's moments like this that I'm happy to be such a small target. With careful calculations, I tear through the tendrils, reaching the creature. With both hands on the hilt of the knife, I plunge it into the beast's skull. Oh! Why won't it die? Is there something wrong here? What is happening? More tendrils? Something different about Nora's eyes. They're not only brimming with confidence, but I could swear there's something else behind them. It's still in her, but something is guiding her, teaching her as she battles. Moving through the endless barrage of tendrils, her blade strikes true on the creature's mask. I can only watch as the point of her blade cracks the carapace, weakening our unknown foe. Fire? Wait. They accidentally combine... Huh? Oh, I accidentally put you in the same... Help, I want to put you back. Oh no. I load. Okay, I'm back where I belong. When Nora's life is on the line, Coco scraps every notion of whimsy and charm, replacing it with raw brutality. Her eyes grow wide with rage, her cries ruthless and barbaric. She's a caster, her advantage is range, but Coco throws that all away and charges into battle, weaving blades of spinning water between each of Nora's attacks. What's worse is that it becomes more clear that Nora is Coco's biggest weakness. While Nora doesn't see it, Coco intentionally draws herself into the line of any attack that Nora can't dodge. Coco is our best chance at winning, but duty and service overrides her common sense. After all these strikes, how is that thing still alive? Is this really the power of a Harbinger Queen? Are we that far apart? This can't be how it ends. Watch in horror as countless tendrils pour out of the creature. As I open my mouth to confess everything in our final moments, something taps against my leg. Looking back, I see a familiar lantern laying on its side. Knowing it is likely our only chance, I resolve to throw it at the beast. Whoa! As the lantern strikes the creature, it vanishes as though it were an illusion. Nora, Coco, and I each stare at the empty space where writhing tendrils had once occupied. As the lantern settles, the creature, whatever it was truly gone. My wounds have entirely healed. The same is true about Nora and Coco, too. It's almost as though the creature was a shadow, or a reflection in a mirror, vanishing the moment it was exposed. Even the structural damage has disappeared. Is this symbolic to Poppy reclaiming his identity? And coming out with his lie. It's the moment Poppy throws the lantern. The moment Poppy throws the lantern, engraved with his name, the creature disappears, as if that was what the creature wanted all this time. What do we even battle? Was it real? Watch Nora and Coco talk about our experience. They're as confused as I am. I don't really have much to add at this point. How could I? How am I any different? I've been living as Sesame, an illusion of someone else. I can't keep lying.
Nora,
Yeah,
can we talk?
sure thing, Sesame.
So Coco knows that.
What do you want to talk about?
About that.
Um,
Looking in Coco's direction, I notice her lips curl into a knowing smirk.
Why don't I give you 2 minutes? I could use a shower.
Oh, okay. Meet you at the dance?
I wouldn't miss it for anything.
Walking over to me, Coco takes my hand and squeezes it twice. Then without warning, she tugs on my arm, pulling me into her chest. Holding me there, she leans down and whispers into my ear.
We can't lie when we're like this.
I know. Why are we like this?
It's a reminder. Someone else we know can't lie either.
Ah. Coco peers over her shoulder towards Nora, then looks back at me.
I wonder what that means.
I love that expression. Pulling away, Coco winks. She then walks through the open doorway.
Try to behave, you two.
As Coco slowly shuts the door, her quiet chuckle echoes throughout the hallway. Has Coco known the truth this entire time? She all but admitted that Nora is also affected by Coco's abilities.
She's about as subtle as a hammer.
That's part of her charm, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can't deny that.
you're correct.
Anyways, enough about her. What do you want to talk about?
It's difficult. I haven't exactly been honest with you.
Is this about the downy ears thing?
Oh?
Downy ears!
No.
What is with that? Why do you two keep bringing up my ears randomly?
Well, that's I'll tell you about it another time.
Oh?
What do you want to talk to me about?
My name isn't Sesame. It's Poppy.
Oh!
Uh,
Did you want me to start calling you that?
Please.
Okay, I will.
That was painless.
Is that everything?
Partially. The other part is...
That was remarkably painless. It's only 3 words. It'll be over in a second. You can do it.
I'm a girl.
Ah! Nora nods her head. She seems surprisingly unfazed. With her arms behind her back, she waits patiently for me to continue.
When I arrived at Aldrich Academy, I was terrified.
Oh, is that why you sort of impersonated your older brother?
I thought that by pretending to be the bravest person I knew, it would somehow
That makes a lot of
make
sense.
everything easy. Sesame was my big brother. And he was also the bravest person in the world. Even pretending to be him made me feel safe. I've reached a point, though, where I don't think I need to do that anymore.
Oh,
I'd like to be me instead.
I'd like that too, Poppy.
hearing my name spoken was somehow embarrassing, but it also made my heart flutter in my chest.
You're not angry?
No, not in the slightest. You're still you, right?
Right?
And we're still going to the dance together, right?
Right.
And you still want to date me, right?
Right.
Got her. Got her. Well played, Nora. Well played. My cheeks turn bright red. Nora has this big, dumb, proud smile on her face.
Good. I accept. I'm your girlfriend now. No takesy backsies.
Oh. I scratch at the back of my head while trying to think of how to reply.
That was diabolical.
Utterly menacing. Utterly savage. Well played.
Did you want to take it back?
No, I'd have asked eventually.
Honest.
In 3 years, maybe.
Well,
Hey, that's not entirely...
wrong.
Maybe...
Well, opening the library door and stepping out into the hallway, Nora extends her hand to me.
Let's agree to disagree. We're gonna miss the dance at this rate.
I nod my head hesitantly and take her hand.
Wouldn't want that.
Nora smirks.
You can't dance, can you?
Does flailing count?
Don't worry. I'll teach you.
Nora and I arrive at the dance, holding hands. I'm a little embarrassed at first, but no one seems surprised. I suppose our feelings were the school's worst kept secret. As she usually does, Nora stops to greet everyone, then draws her attention. It always fascinates me the way she can memorize everyone's name and befriend an entire room with ease. That's why she's the queen. I, on the other hand, can barely keep a conversation, and don't ask me to remember anybody's name the first time. Any stressful environment, that isn't likely. I need at least three introductions and one embarrassing memory to associate with that name before I remember. As the music slows, Nora leads me to the dance floor. What feels like an eternity, we dance together with our bodies pressed close. As the night starts to wind down, the music suddenly changes to a cheerful, quickened pace. Nora and I laugh together, amused by my terrible rhythm. Once the last song reaches its climax, Nora reaches behind me, scooping me up off the ground. Oh, yeah! Oh! As we stare into each other's eyes, the words suddenly escape my lips before I can react.
Can I kiss you?
Oh! Nora smiles. She nods her head excitedly.
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Oh!
Took him long enough. Thought I'd need to spin a bottle or something.
Oh!
Ronan thinks they're cute.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. Hold on. Who the heck are you? And why do you look like the harbinger we fought?
That was Hattori, not Ronan. Would you stop screwing around? You're confusing her. Sorry. Ronan's name is Ronan. Ronan has important usage from mistress.
Mistress? I'll bite.
All right. That was really cute. That really resolved itself in a wonderfully precious manner. I am very curious about where that might be going. But I am uh-oh. Looking through the other games on the IzzyCatz page, we have Aldrich Academy, which is the story of Sesame and Nora, which is likely the incident here with Coco and Nora and Coco's history. And then their other game is the explanation of the place that Poppy wound up when they when she went through that illusory door or whatnot. And that is a short game explicitly stated to be a prequel to Aldrich Academy Reservoir called All That Ails You, which is literally the tale of the in-between worlds, respite for those who are lost and forgotten, and very clearly Poppy's origins here. If you're curious about that Hattori and Ronan, who appeared in there, Hattori and Ronan both feature in the screenshots for All That Ails You. And we also get to meet the titular mistress. While game doesn't seem to be explicitly about Poppy or whatnot, it may still feature them, because it is still explicitly the inn that is a part of Poppy's backstory, in this case. So, very clearly, All That Ails You and Coco have something going on that we'll perhaps hear more from. So at any rate, yeah, that's once again, yeah, All That Ails You was IzzyCatz entry in last year's VN Jam for Spooktober, which is excellent. Delightfully excellent. Let's see. Oh, yep. Judging by the voice cast here, Sesame does in fact feature in All That Ails You. Whether it's Sesame or Poppy remains to be seen, though. But I suppose we wouldn't know that, since we only find out about it here. And you know what? It's delightful. It's really almost heartwarming how well Nora took that. And honestly, it's good. Good. It's a simple point. It's easy to fall into that trap of overthinking. Being afraid of a big truth you gotta get off your chest. Whatnot. But the fact of the matter is, in the end, you're still you. And just a simple secret. Like, you're good enough friends. You are beyond close. Beyond closer than friends at this point, so it's just really heartwarming how well she took that. It changed nothing. It's still you. Poppy or Sesame, it's still you. Nora is just glad that you are you, Poppy. She loves you for who she knows you are. And that was really sweet. So I'm just gonna casually add Aldrich Academy to the list of games I want to play somewhere down the line, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time. Until then.